is one of the biggest things about this program. And that's not unique. Just about every training program in America, pace is at the heart of it. So, 30 hits for every 20 seconds. Now, I don't expect you to have the entire run. Just every so often, just a little quiz for yourself, see where you're at. And if you're at 25 hits, that means you're overstriding, and that can play into knees, shins, hips, and also can slow you down, believe it or not. Watch yourself on the downhills. Do not open up your stride length and go into a lean and really pound down the downhills. They won't last this summer if you do that. Save that for race day. What should you be doing today? If you saw the email that I got to Lee and got out to you guys. I gather it did. So if you read that carefully, you should just be adding a little bit to your long run each week, and then try to add about 10 to 15% total mileage to your week. So if you're at 7 last week, get it up to 8 this week. When I get your program, I'm going to look at what you said and your questionnaire. Even though your questionnaire might be stale in your mind 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm going to anticipate that you brought it up by 2 or 3 miles, and I'm going to start your long run at that higher level. If you said your long run was 8 miles, and it was 4 weeks ago, I'm going to put you at about 11 miles for your long run by the time I write. Okay? Any questions about that? By the way, it's a little confusing. All right.
I have a question about the number of strides per breath. Is that, you said 5 strides?
1 breath.
1 breath for 5 strides.
Yes.
Is a stride a right foot and a right foot, or is that right left, right left?
Right left, right left. Okay. Let's pick it up. I can't remember the last time I got up at 6:25. I did this 2 hours after. I was out writing program this morning. 2 hours after I got up and did. Okay, so post-run behavior. We have cliff bars. Dan, you do? Very good. Jim, good. Cliff bars. You don't like cliff bars? Fine. Bring your own, whatever it is you like. You should eat something in the first 20 minutes to half hour after run. It helps with recovery. And you should get some kind of sports-type endurance drink in your gut right away. So I've got a Gatorade in my car. I'm obviously not going terribly far today, although some of you guys, I'll be going as far as you, because some of you in the half marathon that put down your long run is 3 miles. Recently, you're not going to be doing much more than 4 or 5 today. So anyway, get that Gatorade and that Cliff Bar in your gut. So make sure the road is cleared, you guys. Thanks. If you're going beyond what you're used to going, there's a lot of my athletes, especially my elite athletes, meaning folks that are, Andrea Wright, for example, who some of you may know, she's one of my top athletes pace-wise. She won the 10-miler a few years ago. She was the oldest person ever to win the 10-miler. She's now she'll be 48, so she hasn't already turned out. Just met with her yesterday. I forgot to ask her when it's coming up. But anyway, she's the fastest woman in America, 45-49, currently in some of the race distances. She takes an ice bath after her hard runs. Yes, I know, Deborah. Thought of it? Hey. But anyway, it really is, you do not take an ice bath prior to exercise, ever. That's crazy. I had someone do that recently and asked me why their injury was getting worse. Because you can't feel anything out there, so your brain and your body aren't communicating anymore. So, like saying your brain wasn't communicating to begin with. You don't do an ice bath prior to your run. Okay? So, but afterwards, it's always heat up and then cool down. So icing afterwards. But watch yourself today. Eat properly. I cannot reiterate this enough. There's preparation last night. You guys should have been prepping for this last night by going to bed early, eating properly, drinking up, and you want to post-run recover properly, which means watch yourself over the next 24 hours, okay? You want to recover from it properly. Road etiquette, okay? We are blessed out here. We're blessed in the county. We have a lot of wonderful places to run, and we have a lot of wonderful neighbors, okay? We also have some folks that aren't so wonderful and aren't so neighborly. Trust me, Joan and I know all too well about some of these folks over the years, intimately. Some folks were complaining about not being able to park in the grass today. I'm the one where stuff comes down on me. Certified letters, prank calls, police coming in to talk to me over issues. So please, let's behave out there today. What does behave mean when a car's coming? Don't go 6 abreast. Let's treat them like how we would want to be treated when we're in a car. And I know this starts to sound a bit too much like a lecture, like your little kids, but it's worth going over. So get to a single file. You see a car coming, please. And don't ever, if you get out alone at all, if you get strung out, don't ever engage in any situation with a motorist unless it's friendly, because it can turn ugly really fast. So just, keep to yourself and keep on trucking. Any other etiquette stuff, Joan or Leah, that you can think of that I mean, I always wave to cars. So they'll usually go way on the other side of the road for it. I wave, and I think that really helps quite a bit for that person's next experience with a runner. Anything you can think of? This, if you guys haven't met Joan, this is Joan. She's the long run coordinator, and Leah, who I don't know if she has anything in a wardrobe other than black. She's always the one that you can find her. She's in black.
And a skirt.
It's a good contrast. She looks really great.
But if anybody hasn't gotten an email, email me so I can add your name to the list.
She's in the booklet. Remember, she and Jones, and you guys have been really great so far. I'm impressed with communicating with the right people with the right stuff. Don't be afraid of me. You can call me. You can stop in. Do not be afraid to do that. I mean, I try and set the tone about the email early on, but if you've got an issue, my gosh, do not keep it to yourself. And get in to see me fast. You know, always bring your shoes and your log. Okay. Okay. So, any questions? We will not talk this long each time, but this first week, I felt like there was a fair amount to go over. Any questions? Seriously, nothing?
If we want to add on, just add on at the end on these runs.
We're going to go over that. So